Well, this has been a busy week for the Alberta-based power generator Capital Power. It has penned an agreement for natural gas generation with a data center developer in Alberta. It says it's investment grade. It's working with the private equity giant Apollo Global Management to seek acquisitions of natural gas assets in the US. The company had its investor day today. Just out of that is Avik Dey, CEO of Capital Power. Thank you very much indeed for joining us, Avik.
Andrew, great to be with you.
You've had a busy week. Start off with the investor day. Now, the stock is down a bit. It's just one day, I know. TD saying that your guidance for cash flow per share next year marginally below the street, really not very much. We're talking about 2 or 4%. Do you think that might be depressing the shares today? I know it's hard to read one day's move.
I think so, and we have general market deterioration for the IPPs in the U.S.
Okay.
But I think overall we're really excited about where we're going and the growth story around what we're doing. 2026 is a year where Alberta pool prices are down, and we are taking advantage of that to do some key turnaround work at our key assets to position for a big upswing in that Alberta power market that we expect 27 going forward. So, which gives us the conviction for an ambitious growth plan that we laid out for our investors today.
You sure do. I mean, for one thing, you're looking for a 50% increase in your U.S. capacity by the end of the decade.
We are. The U.S. market is expecting a 20% increase in demand for electricity just between now and 2030. And we believe natural gas is best positioned to provide it because it's reliable, it's cheap, and it's fastest to market. And we've established ourselves as the clear leader in providing natural gas-fired power generation in North America. So it's an incredible opportunity for us to aggregate assets and do what we do best, which is optimize them, run them efficiently and safely, and convert it into more dollars and more power for consumers in each of the markets we're in.
I'm just looking at your stock. I mean, it hasn't done all that much over the past year. I know it's up over the past 5 years, but maybe if we could put up a one-year chart, it doesn't. It's down a bit, about 3%, despite all the excitement over power and AI data center needs. Why is that, Avik?
So there's a lot of promise in the market for establishing power purchase agreements with data centers. And there's a lot of conviction in the market for growing electricity demand. We've been very clear in our expectation that natural gas is going to fill that demand, and it's going to fill it for those that have existing assets. So we've seen significant improvement in our overall story, as well as cash flow, EBITDA outlook for growth, and converging on the multiples that our peers in the U.S. have. And for us in particular, I think the market's been looking for us to demonstrate that we can grow in the U.S., that we can in fact convert contracts into longer term contracts, 10 years plus, and demonstrate we can deliver power purchase agreements to data centers, all of which we've done in this past year. And again, that's what gives us the conviction to double down on natural gas and put forward some aggressive growth plans to 2030.
But why hasn't the stock done more amid all this excitement, Avik, would you say?
I think overall, we're expecting to see more positive reaction from the market. We've got a great set of shareholders that value our dividend, our conviction around our dividend. And we've been working towards growth investors that see and put value in the growth potential of the story. And so for us, it's providing that narrative for both growth and value investors. And increasingly, we're seeing that conviction come from investors in Canada and outside, particularly in the U.S. institutional market.
And your yield right now about 4.5%. You're comfortable that you have it covered?
We do. I mean, we have one of the most compelling stories in terms of dividend payout ratio, 30 to 45%. We're investment grade with a very compelling free cash flow yield. So from a leverage standpoint, from a free cash flow standpoint, from a dividend payout ratio perspective, we've got all the ingredients to deliver value through yield and compelling growth.
It must be an exciting time to be in your industry with this massive run-up in power demand.
Well, Andrew, what's really compelling about where we are in the sector is we have two prevailing thematics in the market, both that transcend every industry vertical in North America. The first one being the AI infrastructure boom that's changing the way we live and work everywhere around the world. And secondly, we have a growing reliability gap in our energy infrastructure. And so meeting reliability needs for consumers, meeting affordability needs for consumers means we have to invest significantly into new energy and power infrastructure. And we're looking to capitalize on that and provide that for consumers and customers both.
And we're tight for time, but you are saying that this agreement the Prime Minister, Mr. Carney, made with the Alberta Premier to allow laxer or a loosening of the emission rules on electric power, that opens the gates for you to build big gas-fired plants in Alberta.
We have a very important conversation in front of us as Canadians, which is how do we invest in infrastructure in this country and put capital into this country and create jobs for people in this country. And that comes through major infrastructure investment. The clean electricity regs themselves prevented investment into natural gas infrastructure. And with the repeal of that in Alberta, it opens us up to grow energy infrastructure in the province, serve data centers and critical infrastructure, and provide for economic growth in Alberta and Canada overall. And I'll note on natural gas, on the emissions point, we repowered a coal plant into natural gas and reduced emissions by half. One of the largest decarbonizing capital projects ever done in the country. So 3.5 MTPA per ton. So natural gas is a critical piece to the decarbonization story in this country and globally.
Thanks. Yeah, of course, the Genesee rework there you're referring to. Avik, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Andrew.
Avik Dey, CEO of Capital Power.